Oh man. All right, what's up guys? I am so sorry. We are live. We are late. The G1 has already started. They kind of pulled a mind scramble on me here, guys. And they started it started earlier. I thought it was starting at the same time as it was last night. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Yeah, I saw that, man. I don't know what happened. I completely screwed up. I thought it started at 4, not 1. The show is on. Yeah, I don't know. I misread everything, but yeah, I missed pretty much everything except for the last match. So going to be a really short stream. Jeez, really sucks. Pisses me off, but I don't know. I dropped the ball on that one, but at least we got the last one in here. This is one of the this right here is one of the matches I was most excited for too. So, but hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Like I said, I apologize. I completely dropped the ball on this thing, but I'm gonna go back through and rewatch the rest of it and do some commentary on it to make up for the screw up. I mean, I'm gonna double check now to make sure that what time the next episode is. Tanahashi has looked really good the last couple of weeks. I mean, I know they're doing that storyline where he's kind of concerned that he's lost a step. He doesn't know if he's, who he once was. So the G1. So there's Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday, it starts an hour and a half later. So it starts at 5:30 on Wednesday. So I'll make sure I got that set up. Good tie up so far. Tanahashi. Some good mat wrestling from them both so far. Tanahashi into the drum strum, into the guitar strum. I think Tanahashi is going to have a good run in this G1. I don't think he's going to win. Well, like I said last night, I think it's going to be Jay White and Evil. But I don't see Naito winning either because he's the freaking 2-belt champ right now, man. That would be like a little much. Tanahashi taking out the knees. It's a little aggressive of him. Then again, Naito's the champ, and Tanahashi really, really, really wants to be the champ again. He doesn't like that he's seen as a fading star. This is shades of what Suzuki Gun did to him for like the last month. Taking out his knees. Tanahashi leaning into it. What'd you think about the show so far tonight, man? Like, what do you think? How do you think it compares to night one, to day one? Got the rope break. Yeah, again, I'm really sorry, guys. Like I said, I dropped the ball on this, and I got the times all mixed up. Naito's walking it off. It's kind of an interesting thing when you have two guys that are basically baby faces. Is you don't get the the roughhousing on the outside. Although, if anybody is inclined to do that, it'd be Naito. He, Los Ingobernables. There you go. Oh, yep. Oh, and Tanahashi coming back in. Dang. Naito rolling out of the way. That was pretty dope. Naito's a good champion, man. I hope, and I know that like I just like a lot of other people, I was really disappointed when they took the belts off him. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Thanks for stopping by, man. I apologize for getting on so late and missing so much of the show. I know I got to go back and rewatch a bunch of it. Completely screwed up here. Like I said, I misread the time on it, and so next week next what is it? I think it was Wednesday is the next day of the G1, and I'll definitely make sure that I've got that set and ready to go. So that was a big mistake on my part, but I'm liking this match between Naito and Tanahashi so far. There's a little bit of damn. Naito comes back with a kind of an inverted version of the Claymore. Both guys going into the guardrail. Tanahashi got the worst of that. Dude, if you haven't yet, Jordan, and if you're a wrestling fan, I don't know if you're a wrestling fan or not, but dude, check out New Japan. It's you have to go into it with a different mindset. It's not the WWE. It is professional wrestling. It's still, it's still all that, but the way the matches run and the culture of it's just completely different. It's it's a much higher energy. A little bit. It's more. I would put it more akin to like Lucha Libre. It's much more fast paced. The rules are a little more hard and loose. Shoot wrestling is more, yeah. Early Ken Shamrock. No, it's not so much shoot wrestling. It's just it's a very high energy form of professional wrestling. There's a lot less pontification. They do most of their storytelling in the ring. They do, if they have any kind of like backstage vignettes or anything, they're really short and small. It's all on the action. And it's one of the things that I like about it. Naito's actually slowing this match down though, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, dude, and it's actually pretty cheap. Like it's you can get New Japan World, which is where all their shows and everything are on, including what would be considered their pay-per-views. But you can get it for like $8.50 US. So it's pretty cheap. And then you get all their content, all their shows. And the G1, especially right now, even if you just get it for 1 month, man, and get it for the G1 is like the best wrestling tournament in the world, man. The matchups you get are insane. It'd be like if you could book the WWE and you could have every match be their biggest stars against their biggest stars. And then you have like an entire month of that. That's what the G1 is. comes Naito. And right now, because of the way the culture is different in Japan, they actually have the crowd. You know, you got the crowd reactions. Ooh, boot by Naito. Naito can be nasty if he wants to. I'm telling you. Tanahashi got a head of steam on that one. Tanahashi caught him. Nice spinning side slam. Yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, you can't look at it with the same way you look at like the WWE. It's completely different. WWE is more of a production, and it's more about, you know, character and characters and stuff like that. Where with New Japan, they do have characters and stuff like that, but it's more about what happens in the ring. Yeah. And if the language barrier is a thing, they have a show called New Japan Strong, which is all based in the US. Nice. Tanahashi, spinning back elbow. What's with the braids in Tanahashi's hair, man? That's unusual for him. It's almost like he's trying to go for a harder look. Yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, I wish I could share the actual matches out and everything on the screen, but unfortunately I can't, because they'll take this stream down in a second if that happens. Tanahashi going for second rope moonsault. I will say this: Tanahashi has lost a step because of all the injuries, but the dude can still go when he wants to. He really can. I love him. His teaming with Ibushi was really good for him. Yeah. Hey, going for Naito's knee. Dragon screw. Yep. Dragon screw on the knee. Quit trying to thumb this. Dude, you know how fast I would, like, you could, to be honest, you could probably do that with like WWE. There's no way you could do that with New Japan, man. It would just be a bunch of scribbles on the page, like, there's over here, there's over there, there's do this, there's I'm telling you, man, this match is interesting. This is 100% shades of what Suzuki Gun was doing to Tanahashi for the last month. Dude, you don't kill. Speaking of Ken Shamrock, pull out some. Wow. High fly flow off of the turnbuckle onto the floor. Damn, son. That was crazy there, dude. That was shades of Shawn Michaels. But speaking of Ken Shamrock, you know that dude still wrestles. He's on Impact right now. That dude is he's like 60 something. How old is Ken Shamrock? He was just in a match with Ethan Page, who, by the way, is a really good wrestler. Dude, yeah, Shamrock's 50 freaking 6. That's like, you know what would be a great match? It would be Tino's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about here too. There's a wrestler in Japan. His name's Minoru Suzuki. He's 53 years old, and they call him the Murder Grandpa because he's just this mean old man. But Ken Shamrock versus Minoru Suzuki, both the Murder Grandpa versus, I don't know, versus grumpier grandpa who doesn't want to retire. Two old dudes just trying to kill each other. And he goes, another dragon screw. Bam! Another dragon screw on the knee. Yeah, dude. I love that nickname for Suzuki too. Murder Grandpa. Tanahashi's really getting worked up here. Actually, I should. These are the two guys that are wrestling right now. That's how badly I botched this thing. I missed all the rest of that. Whoa, Naito almost sneaking out with a small package. Surprise roll up. Tanahashi trying to go for the elbow by Naito. Oh, sidewalk slam by Naito. What is this, John? This is actually, you know what? Hang on a minute, man. Hang on a second. There you go. This is, I'm doing live reactions to a New Japan, basically a pay-per-view for New Japan. And unfortunately, I screwed up and I got my times wrong, and it's almost over. And I only caught the last match. But I'm gonna go back through and watch the rest of it when this is over, because obviously they're recording it, and I'm gonna comment on the rest of those things because I'm an idiot. How you been, John? I hadn't had a chance to talk to you in person for a while. Damn, Tanahashi is just being brutal right now. This is actually very aggressive for Tanahashi. Super aggressive. Tanahashi trying to get Naito to tap out here. There's been a lot of surprises in the G1 so far. But like day one, I did not think Okada was going to lose. What's up, man? Been a while.
Hey, what's going on? You're watching a wrestling pay-per-view?
Yeah, pretty much. It's New Japan. They take all their programs and they stick it on their website. So they don't really you don't have to buy it separately or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just doing live reactions to it. I screwed up. I got my times mixed up, and it's almost over. I caught the last match so far. That's it. I'm gonna go back through and watch the rest of it, but it's a lot of fun, man. I tell you.
Oh, wait, so the main event's already finished?
No, the main event's on. The main event's on right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I managed to catch it right as it was getting started. So, because last night
I saw it last night. It was like 1 a.m.
Yeah, well, last night it started at 4.
Oh.
And
1 a.m. my time.
Yeah, 1 a.m. your time, and then today it started at 1 a.m. So, and then Wednesday is day 3 because it's a tournament. This is the G1 is basically it's like this big long tournament that they stretch out over a month, and it's really cool, man. It'd be like the equivalent of, like I was just telling Jordan, it'd be like the equivalent if they took like all the biggest wrestlers in the WWE, like all the top guys. Mm-hmm. And they all had them in like these dream matches for an entire month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. But now, like I was telling him, is like it's really cheap. Like it's only like $8. You can get the New Japan World for a month for like $8.50, and then you get every single show that they do.
And do they do well?
Oh yeah, dude. Outside of the thing that like the WWE is, 100% the biggest wrestling company in the world. They've been around forever. But outside of the U.S., New Japan is just as big. It's only in the U.S. where they don't have the same kind of footing as WWE. And they're trying to get that. They do have a show that runs in the U.S. now. But getting past that WWE wall in the United States is tough.
Yeah,
but but yeah, outside of the U.S., man, New Japan is like right there neck and neck with them.
I've heard of New Japan, but that's as far as that goes.
Yeah. Oh, nice bridge. But it's a completely different. Like they're apples and oranges the way they do things. Like WWE is all about like all about character works, and they talk. There's a lot of talking in WWE. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
New Japan, it's like they do have storylines, but they kind of like let them all. They let them work it out in the ring. It's all about the in-ring action. There's very little of that. Those vignettes in the back and all that stuff. They have very little of that.
Is there a lot of like acting while they're wrestling?
It depends. They have a couple of guys who are gimmick wrestlers, like Toriano. It's like he's kind of like a comedic type of guy.
Okay.
But for most of them, it's just about they'll cut like a real quick promo on each other or something like that, and that's about it. And then they just like the heels are the heels. They cheat all the time, that kind of thing. But most of it just happens in the ring. It's very similar to more like the I was just telling them, like the lucha libre style in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of flamboyancy in their entrances and stuff like that. They have they do a lot of like posing and stuff like that. But other than that, it's all about in-ring work.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I actually kind of really like the stories and stuff.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they have some cool stuff. It's just most of it is not done. Like I said, it's all done in the ring. And like a guy, like for instance, like how like the Big Surprise, where like a guy will come in and you think he's going to help one dude and then he turns on the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that kind of stuff.
Okay. Like I remember, you remember like I forget which WrestleMania it was, but it was Triple H and Cena, and a lot of the story about how Triple H was like an old hand at this, and he's very experienced and practiced with his wrestling techniques and stuff. That even though he's not the most technically sound, he was taking Cena to task very easily.
Yeah,
and they kind of played that whole dynamic during the match, which I thought was really cool. Without talking, it was just a lot of this. Let me do this, and a little smack in the back of the head, and after I pulled that move on you, kind of deal,
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that happens in like Naito. Like he likes to do this thing where if he's trying to take the shine out of somebody, he'll just like, it looks like he's gonna go for like a tope suicida through the ropes or something, and he'll just bounce off the ropes and then land and just lay down in the ring and kind of like pose, that kind of thing. Like you ain't shit. But yeah, I think it was that WrestleMania 22 when they did that. It was
yeah. It was a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. But
I think that might have even been the last WrestleMania I ever watched.
Yeah, it's been WWE's been on the decline for like the last 7 or 8 years. They've gotten a little bit better recently because they've got competition now from AEW. But Vince is
I did watch a movie recently on Netflix or Prime or something. It was like a stylized version of the story of Paige.
Oh yeah. They've been doing a lot of movies like that, man. There's a TV show coming out with Stephen Amell from Arrow.
Remind me, which one?
The guy who he played Green Arrow in Arrow.
Okay,
TV show. He's actually a big wrestling fan, and he's really good friends with the guys who run AEW. Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks and all those guys. Mm-hmm. And when they were all in, they were all in New Japan 3 years ago. And 3 years ago, Stephen Amell actually had a match, like a legit wrestling match at Wrestle Kingdom. And he was part of there was a faction over there called Bullet Club. So he actually is trained to be a legit wrestler, but he's doing a TV show on TNT where he's like, the storyline is him and his brother take over their dad's wrestling company. It's like one of those like mom and pop wrestling companies.
Yeah.
And he's got a working deal with AEW to have guys, from there be on that show and everything. So
that sounds good. And I know that movie that I watched, a lot of it was very
very dramatized.
Not dramatized, but very, very much. Please put WWE in a very good light. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Paige was. It's kind of unfortunate because she did kind of go crazy later, but she was a big deal in at WWE. She was for their women's division.
Yeah,
and
it was a lot of really cringe at a lot of times. Well, a lot of those WWE movies are.
Oh yeah, but, some of the scenes with The Rock were funny though.
However, but I think the best part of that movie is they went hard. They went hard like 4 times. really hammering down the point that her brother just did not have it.
Yeah.
And it was every time I watched them in a different way explain why he's wasting his time. It was so brutal. It was hard to watch, dude. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
That story between her and her, because her family, she comes from a wrestling family. Like her dad was a wrestler and her mom was a wrestler and all that stuff. But yeah, her brother, it's kind of sad a little bit because he really, really, really wanted to be a top guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. He really wanted to be a wrestler. And he just, you know, he just didn't have it, man. But
and I imagine that's got to be so hard to hear, you know?
Oof, Sling Blade.
And they hammer it home more than a few times in that movie.
Yeah. Damn, this is a good match. Wish I could show, dude. Like I said, I really wish I could. Hang on, man. Let me see something.
No, don't get yourself in trouble.
No. I got an idea. Yeah. Normally I wouldn't do this because I do want people to buy the service and everything. But just to give you an idea and maybe give you a taste of what this is like.
And are you really familiar with these wrestlers? Like,
yeah.
Like you spot one of them across the room, you'd be able to tell who he is really easy.
Oh yeah. High five, Flo. Caught him with it. Damn. All right. Oh, this is where he's going to screw up. He's going back for another one.
What is the most unique style of matchup that they have over there that's exclusive to them?
Unique style over there?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like gimmick, like over
yeah.
Over here we have gimmicks like, you know, Hell in a Cell or something like that, Boiler Room match. What's a match they have over there that's really unique, that's really cool?
I'm trying to think, man. That's my that's linked from my Discord. Go ahead and click that and join up with that.
I think I got to copy and paste it. Somewhere.
Yeah. Destino. Oh, did he get it? Oh, he kicked out. He kicked out of the Destino. Damn, man. And then going to General.
All right.
Tanahashi. Oh, slap. Oh, here he goes again. Oof. He's going for it again. Yep. Oh, dang. He did it again. Wow. I was not expecting that. How about moves? Did they compare with WWE and do they have some unique rules? One of the interesting things about did you get that invite, man?
I'm here. I'm in General. What am I looking for?
No, go down to the voice channels General.
Okay.
There you go. And I'm gonna back it up, and I'm gonna watch some of the opening matches and stuff.
All right. Do you want me to get out of StreamYards because I hear you double now?
No, I'll mute myself in there. There we go. All right. Can you still hear everything?
I can see it. Oh, I can hear it.
Okay, that's good. Can you see it?
Double click user to watch.
Yeah, double click me.
No, it's not showing me.
Okay, I didn't think it would. I thought maybe it could. And like I said, I don't really like doing stuff like that, but because I want people to buy the thing. But all right.
Oh well. Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. But just to show you like what it was like, because it's a lot of fun, man. the move sets. All the move sets are very, very, like I said, it's very fast paced. They do a lot of, whereas the WWE, like Western style wrestling, is based very much around grappling, like mat grappling and whatnot. This is all it's about high impact, high like top rope moves and stuff like that. Like they do a lot of tope suicide, like over the rope dives and whatnot. When they do mat wrestling, it's all super technical, right? Like it's all real world stuff. What's that?
Do.
When they do, yeah. God, you're like a 5-year-old. When they do a lot of and geez, God, I'm gonna have to watch everything I say around you, aren't I?
Nah, I can be
when they perform moves that are more Western style. Yes, it's very comparable to Lucha Libre. When there is a technical, when they do have some technical wrestling over there, it's super technical. It's like stuff that would work in real world. It's just that they don't crank on it, so they don't really hurt anybody.
Okay.
For instance, they have a guy over there. His name's Zack Sabre Jr. He's one of their Western wrestlers. He's a super technical guy. Like he's like got like he'll hit a freaking submission move in midair. You know, he's that kind of guy.
Oh.
So yeah, he's really fun to watch. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna find his match against Evil.
So yeah, so I went back and I started watching one of those. It was I guess that match where she won the championship. Paige won the championship when she first came over to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to watch the actual match when it happened on YouTube.
Yep.
And I was super impressed by because I hadn't watched wrestling for a while, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of these girls are new, and the girl that she fought, I guess she had just come off of a match at WrestleMania the previous night.
Yep.
She has her finisher is like a submission hold.
Oh, AJ Lee, yeah.
Like
the Black Widow, yeah.
Yes, I saw that. I was like, what the hell is that? That's pretty damn cool.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something, man. The women's wrestlers today, they are not like they were 10 years ago, man. 10, 15 years ago. They're legit. Like there's a couple of them that are like, damn, they are really, really good.
Like I don't want to sound like a sexist or anything like that, but
yeah.
When I used to watch like 10, 15 years ago, when I used to watch wrestling, it looked like the girls were gonna hurt each other.
Yeah.
Like they had no I don't know.
They had no real business being in the ring.
It was like very like the timing was off, it looked like a lot.
Yeah.
It looked like somebody was always on the razor's edge of about to get their neck broke, you know?
Yeah. And those kind of people, some of them still exist today, but they get called out really quick.
One lady that showed up when I used to watch and actually was like pretty smooth, like real smooth, and had like real hard impact looking moves that were timed, was Mickie James.
Yeah, and dude, she's still around.
Is she?
Yeah, she just had a match on SmackDown against Asuka, who's another wrestler from Japan, who's really good. Both of them, they are legit. They're really good.
Yeah, when she ran through the women's division like real fast when she came out like a hurricane.
Oh,
and I was like, it was actually cool to watch. Normally when the girls would come on and they would hit each other and they'd give forearm hits and they would look like their bodies were flailing and flopping, like they didn't really have control of their core or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But she did. She looked like a little powerhouse, almost like, remember Jazz?
Yep.
Like that, like real in control of her own body. You know, and I really like watching that. Because I used to always actually, when the girls' matches would come on, I would usually change it or go get a drink or something.
Yeah.
But when Mickie James showed up, I was like, wow, I got to watch this. Because she was always doing something cool.
Dude, like as good as Mickie James is, she's actually not the best female wrestler today, man.
Well,
That's how good some of them are. Yeah, women's wrestling has just completely changed. Like right now, I would say WWE has a like it's their quote unquote developmental show called NXT.
Uh-huh.
It has the best women's division in the world. I mean, they're doing like, you remember all that crazy stuff like Shawn Michaels used to do, like off top of the cage and stuff like that. Just like crazy moves that like okay, like you're like, okay, yeah, both of you guys are dead because they do that kind of stuff. Like that's the level that they're at. And then Impact, I would say Impact's women's division is right behind them.
So who's a really good lady wrestler that I should go watch a match from?
Io Shirai.
Say that again.
Io Shirai. IOSHURI. Io Shirai. Man, let me think. I'm here. Let's see.
I'm watching a video right now. IOSHIRAI.
Yeah, Io Shirai. I don't give a crap about WWE women's matches, you dumbass. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch was a really good one.
I guess this must be a recent match. There's nobody in the auditorium.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's something that's actually kind of cool about. I mean, obviously, I want the fans back, but one of the cool things that's come out of these pandemic matches where there's nobody in the crowd is you can hear them talking to each other in the ring. You know, so the banter back and forth, and you can kind of tell who's truly creative and who's just kind of like, you know, I know how to wrestle and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the guys that are like the ones who are the most fun, and are truly the most creative. Those are the guys that are like it came out in this pandemic thing, man. There were some really great matches.
I used to love watching him in the WWE. I used to love watching because you could always hear him over the crowd and over the announcers and all that. You could always hear Flair talking trash.
Oh yeah.
He was so good. I don't know what it is about his voice. It just kind of cuts through the oh shit, I'm getting a phone call. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So let me see here. Best women's matches of all time. Oh yeah. I mean, whether you like her or not, Tessa Blanchard versus Jordan Grace. That's another great one. Recently they just had it was Thunder Rosa versus Sheeta for AEW.
You said that Tessa Blanchard versus who?
Tessa Blanchard versus Jordan Grace. Or actually, you know, a better one would be Diana Purrazzo versus Jordan Grace.
Okay. Diana Purrazzo.
Yeah. Diana PR.
Oh, hey, what up, Jordan? Jordan's waving hi to me, I guess, a while ago.
Yeah. Perazzo.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Got her in a leg lock.
Yeah. Diana Purrazzo, she's like a submissions expert.
She got some weight on her, too. Look at those legs.
Both of them do, man.
Yeah, they do.
But man, I'll tell you what, man, they can move. Both of them, they are solid. They can move.
That's one thing I had to defend too, because when Mickie James came out, she was one of those girls that had a little bit of extra on her.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I liked Mickie James. She was cute.
Yeah, I thought so.
So I'm watching the Yoshihashi versus Juice Robinson right now for New Japan. I'm catching that match.
This is the main event?
No. That's already over. Naito actually won it. Dang, Juice Robinson shaved all his crap off. Cut his hair. Did he cut his hair too? Damn. What the hell's this look? He's got like a Blues Brothers look. Yeah, that's yeah, whereas, and that's the other thing too, Jordan, to answer your question a little bit more about the differences between New Japan and like WWE is it's less about like having like using standard moves and whatnot through the match and then hitting your big finisher at the end to win. They'll throw big finishers and stuff all the way through the match. It's not uncommon for someone to kick out of someone's finisher. Like I said, in this main event, Tanahashi kicked out of the Destino, which is Tetsuya Naito's finishing move, or one of his finishing moves. So it's not uncommon for that to happen. It's more about telling the best story in the ring that you possibly can and building as much energy as you possibly can.
There's so many good people out there that are doing cool crap that I.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
Dude, speaking of that, you ever heard of a guy named what was his name? Benny the Jet. He's a kickboxer. Benny the Jet Uriquez or something like that. No.
God dang, how do you pronounce his name? I know the guy you're talking about.
Urquidez, something like that.
Yeah. Urquidez, I think is the way it's pronounced. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's old as shit too, dude.
Yeah. I was watching like one of those videos. This is like the best kung fu fights of all time, you know.
The one with him and Jackie Chan.
You're right, that came up. And I was like, oh, I remember seeing that movie like a long time ago. And then I was like, who is this guy? He looks kind of weird. He had kind of like a John Denver kind of look with the real narrow eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let me go check him out. Apparently, this dude's like a legend, right? So apparently, he was going years, like decades, undefeated, like the world's greatest kickboxer. I've never even heard of the guy, you know? Other than being in that movie, I'd never even seen his face.
Yeah, dude, he's one of the guys that really got he got like true mixed martial arts. Like he's one of the guys that got that like really pushed in the US. You know, he's a huge name.
Right. I've never heard of the guy. I started going back and watching some of his fights. They're fantastic.
Yeah, dude, he went like, God dang, he went what, like
I'm looking it up right now.
He went like 40 fights without losing a single one.
I think he was like 86-0 with like 70 by knockout or something.
No, I think a little bit embellished. I think it was like 60 something. But still, dude, like everyone made a big deal about was it Mayweather retiring 15-0? I'm like, dude, you still got like 15 fights left before you can come close to some of these dudes, man. That's just like what's his name? Hoist Gracie's dad.
I don't know that dude either.
Gracie's the guy. Gracie is the guy. The first two UFCs, he's the little dude. Who won? The guy who put the guy who kind of made everybody take notice of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, that was Royce, wasn't it?
Yeah, Hoist. Yeah. Well, it's not. They always pronounce the name Hoist with an H. Yeah, Hoist Gracie.
I don't have enough respect for Brazilians to worry about that. But okay, what happened is he has a professional. He had his first loss in a karate match, a full contact karate.
Yeah.
His only loss came from a Muay Thai match that was shrouded in controversy, as he had agreed to a no decision exhibition, a clause which was ignored when the fight had ended. Between 1974 and 1993, he amassed a documented professional record of 49-1-1, with 35 knockouts, 2 controversial no contests. Although he was also supposed to have an additional record of 10-0-1, 10 KOs in undocumented professional fights, making a total of 59-1-2-2, 45 by KOs.
Yeah.
Let's see. On his own official webpage, he lists his record as 200-0 and says he was 63-0 with 57 knockouts and title defenses.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, the dude was ridiculous, man. But like it was like him, Helio Gracie, Hoist's dad, what's his name? Goddamn Art. He was the promoter. Art Davey. Those guys are the ones that kind of got like MMA and stuff like that really pushed in the US. But Helio's another dude that's like one of those unsung, like, holy shit, this dude is like the meanest son of a bitch on the planet.
Yeah, and there's like libraries of all this like fantastic entertainment.
Yeah,
out there, like, and every now and then you catch a little chain of it, and you start watching it. And you're like, why am I not watching any of this stuff? You know?
Yeah, it's so hard to find stuff with some of these guys because, like I said, Helio's like super old. He's like super old, man. But he had a match supposedly because in the early days of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, man, like they just fought until one of them quit. Either one of them lost or one of them quit or one of them died. And he supposedly had a match with a guy that lasted almost 2 days.
Oh God.
And I'm like, but then you look at this dude and you realize, oh yeah, this guy could kill people. It's like this dude was like a straight up murderer. Yeah,
And
Helio.
some documentary they were talking about the early days of illegal bare knuckle boxing matches in the U.S.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude.
Some of these poor guys are fighting for just hours and hours and hours and hundreds of rounds.
Yeah, like let me see. I'm gonna try to find a picture of Helio Gracie. That dude's like scary.
Was he the one? He's the Royce's or Royce, his dad, right?
I think he's the grandfather.
Because he
no,
was
he is Royce's dad. That's right. He is.
Is he the one that got inducted in the Hall of Fame in UFC 1?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I've seen his face. He does. You remember that actor that played in the what's his name? He was like the first Hispanic actor way back in the day.
Ricardo Montalban?
No, before that.
No.
Antonio no.
Antonio Canobo?
No. Anthony Quinn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has like a big Anthony Quinn style face, but it just looks like somebody just beat him up with gorilla knuckles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, hang on. I got a picture of him here. Stop sharing this for a second. There we go. Let me add this. Let me see. Share screen. Yeah, dude, he's just that dude just looks like he's gonna take your soul. He was a mean dude, man.
Yeah.
Tough as freaking nails. But that was a picture. I think they took that picture, I think, right before he died, back in 2009.
That's a mean bastard, right there.
Oh, dude, he was brutal, man. I mean, just look at his kids, man. Look how good they are.
Mm.
I mean, they're all freaking crazy good. But I'm going to see here. Which match am I watching right now here? I'm watching, Yoshihashi versus.
I have to go, but.
Oh, cool, man. No problem. Thanks for stopping in, bro. I appreciate it.
I got to go for like 5 minutes. I got to go take the baby who's asleep in the living room and put her with my wife in the bedroom.
Okay. No problem, man.
I don't know how long you're gonna be on, but if you're still on, I'll be back.
I'll probably be on for a little bit longer. Like I said, I'm trying to watch some of these matches that I missed. But yeah, dude, thanks for stopping in, man. And hey, you got to come over to Jimmy's channel next Saturday, man. We have the open mic, show you stuff.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yep. See you in a bit. Yeah, Helio Gracie was a crazy dude, man. That guy was nuts. But I'm going to tell you what, man, his family produced some of the most insane fighters in the world. This match between Juice and Yoshihashi is actually pretty good. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Yoshihashi fan, but I mean, the dude can wrestle. He can. I'm actually kind of digging Robinson without all the goofy hair and stuff. He's often very flamboyant. This match is a little slow, though. I'd like to see them speed it up a little bit. Going for the fisherman suplex. Nope, got it reversed. Juice has got him up. And now he reverses it. Yoshihashi, elbow to Yoshihashi's eye. Dang, Juice looks huge compared to him. Juice has been hitting the gym a little bit. Looks good. Oh, missed it. What are you doing? Full Nelson? What the hell? Into a side slam. Nice. Good move so far. You wagging your finger, Juice. Get up and do something, man. Slowing this match down. Yeah, crowd's getting into it. Come on, move, move, move. He looks so weird. Okay, so just to give everybody, yeah, to give everybody that's watching an idea, Juice Robinson is wearing a wife beater because he came out with like a stylized version of the Blues Brothers, but he's got these black sequin wrestling tights with black sequin shoes and a wife beater. It's the weirdest shit. Dude, what is it with you? Get up. You're sitting there. God dang, he slowed this match down hard. Boom, boom. Buddy, you're an old man. What the hell are you trying to get here, man? Yoshihashi's a fan favorite. You know that they're not gonna cheer against him. Ooh, nice chop. What are you going for, man? Are you finally going for a top rope move? Let's see it, because you're taking forever getting there. Superplex off the top, off the second up. Uh-oh. Yoshihashi's coming back. Rib shot. Rib shot. What? Hell no, dude. Oh, went for a sunset flip. Oh, he got him. Power bomb. Sit down power bomb from the top turnbuckle. And Juice kicks out. God dang, it took forever to get to that move, though. Jeez. The hell, man? Come on, Yoshihashi. You got to turn up the heat on this thing, man. Get some energy back into this match. But Jordan, man, yeah, I would definitely, like I said, it's like 850, 875 a month when it comes down when in the US when it comes down to it. It's definitely worth picking up, even if you just pick it up for the month for the G1. But give New Japan a look, dude. It's a lot of fun. Ooh, super kick right to the throat meat. What the? Oh, dang. Hook leg suplex. Juice kicks out again. Yoshihashi going for submission. And again, I know I've said it multiple times during this stream, guys, but I apologize for screwing the times up. That was my mistake. It won't happen again. I keep forgetting that New Japan, they're not like, again, it's not like the West where they program everything exactly the same every single time, and there goes my, what the hell? But yeah, all the shows are at different times throughout the day. So that was my mistake. I should have watched for that. I just assumed that they were both going to be on the same time. Oh, got some new follows. Two-Face following. Thanks for following, man. Appreciate it. To be honest, this Juice Robinson Yoshihashi match has been pretty good as far as like traditional wrestling is concerned, but oh, nice backstabber. Yoshihashi going up now. Swanton bomb onto Juice. 1, 2, kick out again. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Normally, like in any WWE show, man, if Jeff Hardy, who uses the Swanton, if he hits that thing, the match is over. Yoshi just hit that after a really mean-looking hook leg suplex, and Juice kicked out of both of them. So, They're turning this up a little bit. God damn, just get up, man. Why do you gotta slow the match down so much? Oh, going for the pump handles. Oh no, couldn't get it. Tried to get the pump handle suplex. Juice is fighting out. Forearm to the back of the neck. God dang, I can't get over that. I can't get over this goofy outfit. This is the worst ring entrance gear I've ever seen. Oh no, that's not true. He's not Shockmaster bad. This is all Yoshi so far, though. Come on. Oh, damn, that chop echoed through the whole damn place, and there's a Juice follows it up with a good one. Yoshi's stop showboating and do a move, man. Ooh, nice kick from Yoshihashi. Oh, dang, mean lariat from friggin' Juice. Come on, dude. Quit sitting there making weird faces and do something. Oh, nice. Yoshihashi kicks out. Knees to the chest. Dang. Uh-oh. Oh no. Yoshi, small package. Oh, almost reverses it. Oh, right cross. Dang, man. Mean punch. Oh, another one. Juice is finally getting some friggin' juice going. And Famouser. Well, his version of the Famouser. Juice beat Yoshi. Wow, that's actually a surprise. Shockmaster. Look it up, dude. I feel really bad for the guy. It's one of those dudes who unfortunately he had the worst debut in history, possibly. He used to go by the name Tugboat in the US, but his outfit was this big. It was like this. I have to remember. It was like this sequin purple, like robe that covered like from his shoulders, and his arms were exposed. And it was a stormtrooper helmet that was spray painted purple and had like glitter on it. it was it was the worst outfit you ever saw in your life. And when he made his entrance the first time, he tripped and he fell, and his helmet came off. Dang, man, Sonata's ring gear looks dope. Like a glass skull thing going. That's really cool. Dang, man, that's like some Kiss level rock star shit. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, look it up, dude. It's funny. Like Sting introduces him. He's like, the Shockmaster, and he comes out of the thing, and he trips and he falls, and his helmet comes off. It's one of the most disastrous debuts in the history, man. And he didn't last very long after that. It's unfortunate, but it's still funny. Toru Yano versus Sonata. I can't get behind Toru Yano's shtick. I get it. I get why people like him. He's a very goofy kind of character. But Tori Yano is basically a little kid who cheats all the time. I did not believe I could not believe that Toru Yano won the King of Professional Wrestling tournament. But then again, considering the way that the stipulations are in that thing, where every match the fans pick a stipulation for it, it does kind of make sense. I'm just not a fan of it. Oh, sorry, man. I didn't see you. I was watching the match.
What happened?
I was watching the match, dude.
Who won?
Who won? Juice Robinson won. I was really surprised. The dude whose ring attire is probably one of the worst I've ever seen. Friggin' a wife beater and black sequin pants.
It should happen. You know, I don't know. Some people have some terrible attire. Like, remember the young and talented Maven?
Oh god, dude, that was really sad, man. Because that guy was actually talented. He actually was pretty talented, dude. He just worst, dude. That's Vince, though, man. Vince has come up with some of the worst shit. Oh my god. We were just talking about Tony Atlas. Remember when Tony Atlas came back as Samba Simba?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, dude. That was what did you miss? As far as the matches are concerned, Naito actually won, dude. I thought Tanahashi was going over, especially considering that Naito is he's currently the IWGP World and Intercontinental title holders. He's holding both belts. Him winning the G1, I think, would be too much. But yeah, dude, friggin' it was a great match, though, man. Tanahashi looked awesome. But yeah, Naito won. I was really surprised. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Naito, but I thought this was going to be Tanahashi's G1. But I think everybody knows that the finale for this thing is going to be Jay White versus Evil for leadership of Bullet Club.
So
yeah,
I got a question to ask you real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah.
I'm working on a drawing, just a doodle for Larry over there that does Niobe.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put some shadow, real heavy shadow on this girl's face, right? Because she's going to be lit directly from above.
Okay.
So,
it's a woman's face, man. If you put, you know how it is, you put too much on there.
I'm not putting hatching. I'm putting shadow.
Yes, I'm saying.
So, I mean, would you prefer something along the lines of something like almost like this?
You saying she's being lit from above,
like that?
And you saying she's being lit from above, right?
Yeah, directly from above.
Or
would you rather see something along the lines of, almost like this, and then doing this number? You know what I mean? And then a little bit of the chin here, and almost like that.
Yeah, actually, yeah, kind of like maybe even do like the whole bottom part of the face, almost like it's a mask, you know,
mm-hmm.
being lit from above like that, you know. It kind of depends. Like, yeah, like almost, yeah. Like that, like the forehead and like her nose and some of her cheekbones are what's being illuminated. Everything else is just kind of darkened. That might be a little too much, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be too much.
Yeah, because it looks almost like she's got a beard.
Yeah. Maybe I can bring it a little higher.
You know, I like the part around the eyes, though.
This would all be black, though.
Yeah. You know, hey, man, it's like Dave Finch says, when in doubt, black it out.
I don't like any of that, though.
Yeah, I like the eyes, though.
So maybe I'll just keep the eyes dark.
Yeah, darken the eyes, and then maybe
a little bit under the nose. Like
yeah,
that.
A little bit of the nose, maybe a little under the bottom lip.
I don't know. Whoops.
Whoop.
Well, that's it. That's all the questions I had.
Let me bring this back up. And yeah, Tino, like I said, man, I screwed it up pretty bad. I'm watching it back right now. Right now, it's the Toru Yano versus Sonata match, which I knew was going to be kind of goofy because, like I said, I'm not the biggest Toru Yano fan, but I love Sonata. Sonata's awesome, dude. That's a dude whose ring gear is awesome as hell, dude. That skull mask that he wears when he comes to the ring is dope.
Who are you talking about?
There's a wrestler. His name's Sonata.
I'm gonna look it up because I want to see this skull mask you're talking about. How do you spell Sonata? Like a music?
Sanada. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I saw that. You know, I appreciate that, brother. Who won the before match? The match before Sonata and Toru Yano. It was Juice Robinson beat Yoshihashi, which I was really surprised because they've been really high on Yoshihashi lately. That's that's a cool thing about this tournament, though, man, and especially and New Japan is the guy that you think is going to win. Like they're good at pulling swerves. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, like day one yesterday, I thought for sure friggin' Okada was going to win. Because he hasn't had much of a push at all, and that's like their Okada would be like their equivalent of like Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair. He's their big guy. And yeah, this is match number 2, man. Sonata versus Toru Yano.
Okay, so Jordan's saying try to black out a little bit of the bridge of her nose to give her kind of like a button nose.
Maybe at the very top, like again where the eyes are at. You know, where her brow would connect. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Toru Yano won with a stupid gimmick. That's the thing. That's the thing that gets me with. I went back to the beginning, Tino, and I started from the beginning. I watched because I actually caught the final the main event match. I caught Tanahashi versus Naito while it was actually was streaming live, and then I went back to the beginning to watch the recording. So unfortunately, like I said, man, I screwed it all up. That won't happen again. But first match was Yoshihashi versus Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson won that. That took a while to get that match going too, man. That was weird. But then I knew the Toru Yano versus Sonata match was going to be some kind of goofy, like gimmicky thing. He this is how he won. He taped. They have the up and coming talent will be around the ring as ring helpers, and Toru Yano taped Sonata's leg to the dude so he couldn't get back in the ring. And he lost by count out, which is really rare in New Japan. They almost never do count outs. So, but that's Toru Yano, man. He's this goofy, chubby, dweeby guy, man. He's just this gimmicky wrestler. The camera's out of focus, John.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Turn on my light again.
All right. And then see the next match. I love that Jushin Thunder Liger is doing commentary on this match.
Am I still out of focus?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Dude, he looked weird. Yeah, dude, yeah. He came out and he was wearing that's actually, actually, Tino, you might be right. That might be the look he was going for. Because I thought he was going for like a weird Blues Brothers kind of thing, but I think you're right. He might have been going for that smooth criminal look that Michael Jackson had. That might be the outfit that he was trying to emulate. But he just looked goofy. He just looked weird, dude. Man, a wife beater with black sequin pants and shoes. That was strange, man. Okay. All right. All right. This is gonna be a good one. Goto versus Kenta. Yeah, dude. He always looks weird, but like this was one of the first times I was like, bro, what are you trying to go for with this? There's Kenta, and he's got the contract for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship match. But he just looked weird. But yeah, man, I was never like, I had no illusions that the match between Toru Yano and Sonata was going to be a great match. That's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of Toru Yano. I mean, I get it. I just don't like it. I've never been a big fan of those like weird, goofy. Yeah, dude, that's the thing, man. Like I said, the two things that New Japan don't like to do. They don't like to do matches. They don't like to call matches for disqualification, and they don't like to do countouts because this is Goto's philosophy. Goto's the guy that runs the place. He believes that fans want a legit ending to every match, and that one of the problems with Western wrestling is you got too many matches that end with disqualification. Too many matches that end with countouts, too many matches that get called because of interference. That's why when people can cheat like right in front of the ref in New Japan, and the match will not get called because fans want an ending to the match. They want a legit ending, and it's worked well for them. So, but given that it's Toru Yano, man, that kind of shit is 100% what's going to happen. He's a goofball. Kenta versus Goto. That's going to be good. That's another dude. Kenta, the WWE, Vince got Kenta to come to the WWE, and they just crapped all over him. That dude is one of the best. That dude's one of the best wrestlers in the world, man. He was on top of the world when they got him, and then Vince just craps on these guys. Vince doesn't like wrestlers who get over that he didn't build. That's the reason why when he bought WCW, with the exception of a few of the guys there, when he brought those guys over to WWE, they got crapped on. Oh, good, dude.
What do you mean? What do you mean by getting crapped on?
They just get booked into oblivion. He books them to lose and just look stupid. He gives them dumb gimmicks. Like we were talking, man, like the Tony Atlas gimmick, the Saba Simba, that was the most racist gimmick that's ever been put on a friggin' wrestler before. And Vince thought it was friggin' gold. Oh, dude, man, look at the way. I mean, right now, she's being treated really, really well because Vince lost his two top women stars when he lost Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. Which, by the way, there's a couple of really good female wrestlers. John is Charlotte Flair, who was Ric Flair's daughter.
You think Charlotte Flair is good? I haven't even given her a chance. I don't know.
She is legit one of the best female wrestlers in the world. I'd say she's definitely top 10. I don't think she's as good as people give her credit for. As her her fans will sing her praises from here to the moon. Mm-hmm. But I definitely think she's one of the 10 best. Becky Lynch is another top 10 person as well, but there's people that are better. But but there's a female wrestler from Japan. Her name's Asuka, and
I've heard of her.
She's freaking crazy good. But as soon as she and here's the thing, NXT is run by Triple H, and Triple H understands talent. He understands wrestlers. He knows what makes wrestlers get over and everything. But as soon as, but what happens is they go to NXT, they get really, people get a look at them, they get really big and popular. Then Vince calls them up to the main roster, and he just completely craps on them. And because Vince has a type that he's interested in, and if you don't fit that type, he's not going to put you over. And Asuka was huge. She was undefeated in NXT. That was the big thing about her, is that she took on everybody and she kicked the crap out of them. Comes up to the main roster. He feeds her to Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair beats her. Charlotte Flair is Vince's, for the women, Charlotte Flair is Vince's golden boy. He is so high on her. So Asuka then went into kind of mid-card hell. And then she got they put the belt on her again because they had some injuries. And literally a month later, they fed her to Charlotte Flair again. And Charlotte took the title off of her, and now Charlotte's the champion again. And then recently, right before when the whole shutdown thing happened, they were setting her up to be fed to Charlotte again. He was going to feed her to Charlotte for the third time. But then Charlotte pulled the swerve and said, I'm leaving for the year. She took the year off because of personal reasons. And then Becky left, who was that's their other top star. Becky Lynch left because she was pregnant. So now he's like, oh crap, what do we do? And Asuka was not happy with the way they were doing. There were rumors that she was going to leave when her contract was up. So now they're pushing her to keep her there. So, but Vince doesn't want to. He doesn't want to push her, but he has to. He has no choice. She's one of the best he has. Oh yeah, dude, the way that they're ruining Keith Lee is awful. Keith Lee, that's a dude. That guy ticks every box that Vince would love except for one. He's black. That's it. And Keith Lee is like a legit fan. He's a 300-pound dude who moves like a middleweight. He can do off the top rope moves and stuff like that. He's freaking huge. And he was huge in NXT. He was great in NXT. They bring him up to the main roster, and literally within 3 weeks, they're like, "Yeah, we have nothing for him. We don't know what to do with him." You've got legit the best big man wrestler in the world, and you're literally just throwing him away and crapping on him. It's so stupid. Tino, the Kamala thing, to be fair about that though, although I do agree with you, Kamala actually came up with some of that gimmick himself. Oh, dude, they've wrecked Keith Lee. It only took him 3 weeks. That's I said, it's the 3-week curse. Every wrestler that comes up from NXT or comes from another company that Vince didn't build or that he's not high on, you got 3 weeks to get over. And if you don't, that's it. You're done. That's what happened to Itami. That's what happened to Kenta. That's what's happened to Asuka. Shoot, Kairi Sane, again, another female wrestler who's one of the best in the world. They fed her to someone awful like Nia Jax, who can't wrestle, who's dangerous, who hurts people. Nia Jax literally has injured almost every single wrestler she's ever been in the ring with, and severely. Like she put Ember Moon, who was another really, really good female wrestler. She's been out for over 2 years now because of an injury caused by Nia Jax not knowing how to damn work. And her career might actually be over. Like the injury she suffered was so severe, she might be done. And just a month ago, she chucked poor Kairi into the stairs so hard she busted her head open and gave her a concussion. This chick doesn't know how to work, but because she ticks the boxes with Vince, and she's The Rock's cousin. I mean, she's The Rock's niece. She gets a pass. Yeah, New Jax. That's what they keep calling her. And she's just not good. Yeah, literally Keith Lee's first match ended in a DQ. Oh, it's awful, dude. The way they're using him is terrible. And that's why Kenta, like, dude, they dropped a buttload of money in front of Kenta and begged him not to leave because they thought for sure he was going to AEW. But Kenta was like, screw you guys. I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a bunch of those guys that are going to do that. Like Cesaro. Cesaro's going to leave. I guarantee he's going to leave because he knows he could go to AEW and be a top guy instead of a mid-card jobber. And what they've done, and Shinsuke Nakamura, dude, what they've did to Nakamura was criminal. The EC3 thing is really interesting though, Tino. Because here's the thing. I love him in Impact. Like if you've seen the stuff that they've done with him in Impact, he's awesome in Impact. But he's not the best in-ring worker. He's great. He has a great look. He's great on the mic. He's great at presentation. He's great at promos. He's mediocre in the ring. It's kind of like the same thing with Moose. Moose, everything about Moose is awesome. The way he talks, the way he cuts promos, his entrance, his presentation is fantastic. He gets in the ring and he's suspect. He's not that great. He's serviceable. But I agree with you that they ruined him in WWE because EC3, he never got a chance in WWE. Like Vince didn't even know he worked there. Oh, Cesaro should have been a world champion years ago, dude. This is a good match though between Kenta and Goto. I should be calling this match, but I'm not. What's his name? But yeah, dude, what they did to Nakamura. Dude, Nakamura, like John, if you ever get a chance, go check out the matches, like Shinsuke Nakamura, and check out some of his matches. That dude is a legit phenomenon. That guy is insane, insanely talented. He goes to WWE. He gets a minor push at the very beginning, and then because, like I said, because of Vince, now he's like a mid-carder. He's like for a long time he was a jobber. Did you hear the report that one guy is leaving after his contract? Yeah, I still think it's even though he denied it, I still think it's Ricochet. Because again, there's a dude who can do freaking magic in the ring. Freaking just his match against Will Ospreay was like one of the most insane things I've ever seen. You talk about it'd be like two guys that can wrestle like Rey Mysterio, as fast and as high flying as Rey Mysterio, but they're bigger and they're stronger. And both he and Will Ospreay are like that. Ospreay's another insane dude. That's exactly, and you know what? Even though I don't think AEW should pick up every dude that WWE drops. That's one guy that I definitely think they should pick up. If they do, he would do really well there. But actually, I would really like to see him go to New Japan. I'd rather see him go to New Japan because I think he'd do better there. Because AEW is starting to get crowded. Because they've picked up a lot of people from WWE. I mean, they've got Jericho over there now. They got Moxley from the WWE. They've got Rusev now going by Miro is over there. Swagger's over there. A lot of dudes from WWE are over there now. That's exactly what they do. Dude. All these people that Vince cut. All these people that we had to do it for cost. WWE is, even with the shutdown, they're set to make more money this year than they have ever made in any year since prior to this. They are set to make more money, and that's after the Vince completely shit the bed with his football company, his Extreme, the XFL, Extreme Football League. Even after that, they're still set to make more money this year than they have ever made in their existence.
Wait, did he try to bring that back or something?
Yeah, dude. He tried to bring it back to the beginning of the year. It was actually doing pretty well. Yeah, The Rock bought it. The Rock bought the friggin' XFL. But they brought it back at the beginning of the year. It actually had the support of the NFL. He was actually doing it right this time. It was being put forward as a legit company. The games were being shown on ESPN. It had the support of the NFL, but then the shutdown happened, COVID happened, and it killed it. And even after eating the loss of that, which actually ended up being not as much as people thought, WWE as a parent company is scheduled to make more money this year than they have ever made in their history. It's freaking nuts.
How was this accomplished?
Just Vince being a slimy bastard. It's also the money he's getting from Saudi Arabia. They're doing they have shows that they do specifically for Saudi Arabia. Toru Yano won, yeah, dude. It's ridiculous, isn't it? This match between Goto and Kenta has been really good, man. This is just a good old school hard hitting match. Goto's a really underappreciated, underrated wrestler, man. DDT by Kenta. Good move. Toriano won. Yeah, he won. But no, dude, like Vince is what's wrong with the WWE right now. He's so out of touch. He still thinks it's the 90s. He flat out refuses to put talent over unless he builds it. Because what it is he doesn't want people to get big like The Rock and John Cena and Hogan and all those guys. He wants the WWE brand to be the superstar. You know, it's kind of like Marvel and DC. They don't want more Todd McFarlane's or Jim Lee's. You know, they want the brand to be the superstar. They want the brand to be the star.
Yeah.
Kenta going into, God dang, that's a mean drop kick in the corner. Yeah, it was. But and that's what Vince is doing with the WWE. His son actually, he kind of exposed him a little bit when he said this. Dang, man. Stomped his stomach off the top rope. Goto kicks out. There was someone was interviewing Shane McMahon. It was an interview that they had with him when he was younger, and they only just now put it up because they were kind of afraid they would get sued or something. But look at a Claymore kick from Kenta. Kick out. But in the interview, they asked him, he's like, what was the best piece of advice your dad ever gave you? And he said, when I was a kid, my dad told me, don't ever let your talent know how important they are to your business. You know, it's like whatever you do, make sure that you get as much out of them for as little as possible. And going for the go to sleep, and Goto blocked it. Got him by the leg. What's he gonna do? Oof. Backbreaker. Yeah, submission on Kenta. Is Jado going to interfere? We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of like where these companies are, man. They don't want to build legit superstars anymore. They want the brand to be what's the bigger thing. Yeah, and that's kind of like
nowhere. Like it's gonna go nowhere.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna buy a poster that says WW and put it on their wall.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and that's, and we see we see what happens with that. Yeah, that's the thing. That's another thing that sets All Elite Wrestling different from them, is that they want to build superstars. Like they've turned Jon Moxley into a legit phenomenon over there. That dude was a mid-carder, and everybody knew he was wasted when he was a mid-carder over there. But he goes to AEW, and that dude is like he's literally PWG's biggest wrestler in the world. Oh, Hangman Page is going to be, yeah. It's not a matter of if he's going to be in the main the title hunt. It's a matter of when. And I think it's going to come. I think Kenny's going to take the belt off of Mox, and Hangman's it's going to be Kenny versus Hangman at the next Double or Nothing pay-per-view. That's the other thing too, is like you don't need a damn pay-per-view every friggin' month. WWE literally does. Actually, some months they do two pay-per-views, like between one or two pay. They have like 16 pay-per-views a year.
I'll be honest, dude. The only pay-per-view that I personally ever paid for was Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, yeah.
Yeah.
The Rumble this year was actually pretty good.
I never even sprung for like the WrestleMania. It was always like have a big barbecue, invite all the friends over,
Yeah,
we're getting the Rumble.
that's what we do on Thursdays. We do like we do like this, like what I'm doing now, the live stream reaction to the pay-per-views. It's just like when we used to like get together over at someone's house and just watch it and just talk shit. It's like, have you ever seen like Joe Rogan does those fight companion shows?
I have not.
They're supposed to be talking about the UFC match or whatever it is that they're, but they end up just talking about whatever stupid shit comes into their head. You know, it's just people that sitting around talking, man, and having fun. And that's basically what our reaction live streams devolve into, is that we just start talking about whatever the chat wants to talk about. But those are fun. I love doing those. Those are so much fun, man.
I can think of nothing better.
Yeah. Kenta wins with the crossface.
And honestly, like I've been burned by buying pay-per-view boxing matches too many times.
Yeah, oh, the Tyson years.
It's like, dude, come on. Like I just spent $60 to watch these guys like
Fight
tap each other for so long. And then and that doesn't even get me, dude. Like, I'm okay watching quick knockouts. I'm okay watching that. I'm not okay watching, Mayweather run around the ring and do nothing.
See, that's the thing, man. Mayweather was like, he took the idea of boxing to its zenith, though, man. The idea of boxing is not to hit, not just to hit, it's to not get hit. And nobody was better at that than him.
I don't care.
He
made me stop spending money on boxing pay-per-views.
I get it, man. I get it. But like, you can't fault him, man.
Absolutely, I can. What do you mean I can't fault him?
Anybody wants to come in here and hang with us, there you go. Yeah, Vince does have a really backward sports model, but Tino, dude, MJF, dude, that dude has no right to be as good as he is, especially on the mic. That's a dude. Oh my God, you talk about an entertaining guy. That dude is Ric Flair 2.0.
Who?
His name's MJF. He's so freaking funny, dude. He's awesome. He's the best heel in the business, and he's only, I think he's, what is he, 24? He might be 25 now. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Yeah, he's 24, dude. And this dude is on the mic. He is one of the best shit talkers I've ever seen.
I like me a good shit talker.
Yeah, dude. All right. Next up, we got Darkness versus, we got the Evil versus Zack Sabre Jr. And then I think that's it. Dude, yeah, he is like the epitome of professional wrestling, man. He's one of the, you know what kayfabe is?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a dude who's literally bringing back kayfabe. Like, he'll go on, he's been on like talk shows and stuff. He stays in character in the talk show.
I like that.
Like, he got in trouble because he was at a convention, and this guy asked if his son could take a picture of him. And as his son came up next to him, right next to the kid, he just flicks him. He's like, gives the kid the bird, like not the camera. He's like, look at the kid. And he's like, here you go, kid. He's being the heel. And the guy's dad got mad. He's like, dude, what did you expect? He's like, I'm the bad guy. But he's so, dude, there might not be a single person that's as good as he is on the mic. That dude is awesome. His in-ring work, he's solid in the ring. He needs to work on his ring work a little bit because he is super young, dude. Like I said, he's only 24. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to his freaking his everything else, man, dude, that guy is just awesome. He's one of the best things in AEW. He literally is one of the best gets for AEW. This is gonna be interesting because this is two rule breakers against each other. Oh dang, man! Evil going to town on friggin' Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, and MJF's gonna be like, that's another dude that's like he's gonna be right up there with the biggest. You know, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. because he's super, super young. But
I like seeing that. I like seeing guys that come in real young and they already have their
they got that.
You see where they're going already, you know?
Yeah, they got that it factor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude is freaking crazy. Dude, I'm gonna tell you somebody he still needs a lot of work because he's super young. But Jungle Jack Perry.
Jungle Jack Perry.
Yeah, his name. Yeah, he's what's his name? Luke Perry's son.
The actor Luke Perry?
Yep, the actor Luke Perry who just died.
Wait, what?
His son is a wrestler, but he's actually really good.
Luke Perry just died?
Yeah, Luke Perry died like a year ago.
Oh, I thought you said he just died.
No, he died like a year ago.
I still didn't know that he died.
Yeah. Yeah, he died in March of 2019. But his son is a wrestler in AEW, and he's actually really good. He's got a little bit of seasoning to do. He needs to work on his mic skills a little bit, but he's been improving in leaps and bounds. Oh, dude, the next G1 is gonna be freaking batshit. The next day of the G1.
It's gonna be bonkers.
So let me look at the schedule here real quick. So actually, the next day for the G1 it's not tomorrow; it's Wednesday. So let's see here.
Oh, dude, this chick got long hair. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Let me see here. What's the time on it? Yeah, it's I think it's at 5:30 in the morning. But yeah, dude, Cobb versus Shingo, that's gonna be crazy. Shingo, all good, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for stopping by, Jordan. I appreciate it, brother. Again, I apologize for getting the timing wrong on that, man. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna double check and make sure and get everything set right. I like I said, I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, dude, Cobb versus Shingo, that's gonna be a crazy match. Suzuki versus Taichi, that's gonna be awesome, man. That storyline they built between those two guys, fighting for control of their faction. Friggin' Murder Grandpa versus Taichi, that's gonna be awesome. Ishii versus Ospreay, that's gonna be really good as well because it's two Chaos guys. Ospreay's been gone all this time, and Ishii's just a friggin' slobber knocker beatdown, dude. Ibushi versus Jay White, that's a repeat of their match at Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, it's going to be great. The only match that I'm going to be like kind of about is Okada versus Takahashi. I like them both, but Takahashi's not on the same level as Okada as far as his ring work is concerned. I love his character, dude. That's a character and a half. Talk about flamboyant. He's basically a pimp. Describe him. He's a pimp. He comes in. Right now he's not doing it because of the shutdown and she's not in Japan right now. But he comes to the ring with basically a stripper. Mm-hmm. Her name is
any old stripper?
No, her name's Piter. I'll show you a picture of her. She's freaking smoking hot. Her name she goes by the on Twitter, not Twitter, but the Instagram. She's under Tokyo Latina, but her name's Piter. I get a picture of her. Piter, New Japan. Here we go. That's Piter. She comes to the ring with him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude. She dances for him and everything. Dude, she's freaking smoking hot. Here's the thing. His gimmick is that he's kind of a pimp, but he actually does kind of live the lifestyle. So it's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, if you're gonna talk the talk, you may as well walk the walk.
I'm gonna go ahead and be okay with this.
But yeah, I love his gimmick, but in ring work, he's solid. But Okada's literally one of the, in my opinion, he's the best wrestler in the world, and he's just not on the same level as someone like Okada. Okada's had some of the best matches in history. This match against with Sabre versus Evil is good, man. Because that's one of the things. You know those wrestlers that are really good at joint manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Kenta won, Ignacio. Kenta won with the crossface submission. Kenta beats Goto. The god, yeah, that's what they call him, the Godfather of New Japan. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, basically he is, man. He's a pimp. But he has a much better quality stable than the Godfather had. Let's just put it that way. But
okay, I got a question for you because people
yeah.
seem to be think I'm crazy because of this.
All right.
Do you remember the music video, the song and the music video Gangnam Style?
Gangnam Style, yeah.
Okay. The last chick at the end, the one that comes walking up and then he's like, he goes into slow motion where he's blown away by her good looks and all that. I thought that she was very good looking, but every single girl that I've met thinks that she's just hideous. And
dude, you're asking the wrong people. You're asking women.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, they don't understand why she's good looking. What do you think?
I'm trying to remember. That's been a while, dude. I remember most of the women in that video being very, very attractive.
We can go find her real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, he was, dude. But Eddie Kingston, dude, I love that dude on the mic. He's good. He's good in the ring. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. If he causes the Lucha Brothers to break up, I'm gonna be pissed as hell. Because they are legit. I mean, I love Pentagon as a singles guy, but he's too good of a friggin' tag team with Ray Phoenix to break up, man. Do not break up the Lucha Brothers.
All right, this is the one here.
Okay, let me see here. Oh yeah, dude, she's very attractive,
right? I think because she doesn't. This one in particular doesn't try to make her eyes appear larger.
Yeah,
she just does her makeup, whatever, you know.
No, I find her. She's a very pretty woman.
Yeah, okay.
That's really stupid. Dude, people
are crazy.
Yes.
You know who's especially crazy? These people online, dude. Like, and they talk like people talk to me and they're like, oh, especially on my show and stuff, they talk about girls and stuff, even Chester. And they're like, she's a this, she's a that, she's a this, giving them numbers like 7, 8, or 9, or like, oh, she's a 4 at best. I'm like, dude,
Chester's not the dude to talk about with that crap, man.
I was like, have you looked in the mirror lately?
Chester is not, dude. Yeah, I agree, dude. The Lucha Brothers should have been the tag champions.
They say, "Oh, I don't like her." You don't like her?
Yeah.
What options do you got that you don't like her?
Yeah, Lucha Brothers should have been tag champions at Double or Nothing. But dude, I showed there's an Instagram thing I follow called Chicks with Guns,
mm-hmm.
and there are some ridiculously attractive women holding these guns up, man,
mm-hmm.
And Chester is just ripping them to shreds. I'm like, Chester, now you're just being stupid, it's like, come on, man. And he's like, oh, there isn't a single Asian woman in this. And I show him one, he goes, well, she's not that good. I'm like, dude, for a fact that if that lady walked up to you and says, you and me right now, you would be like, yes, ma'am. When and where? It's
mm-hmm.
immediately. He's like, shut up, dude. Come on, you're being foolish. Absolutely foolish. Man, Evil's just raking his shit out of. This might be the best match Evil's had in months. Oh yeah. See, that's the thing that Zach does, man. Evil went for a friggin' clothesline, and Zach just spins around him and puts him into a friggin' armbar. Like, that's the kind of wrestler that Zack Sabre Jr. is, man. He like midair just slaps an armbar on him. He's one of those guys that, those wrestlers that just manipulate joints.
Give me a good example in American wrestling.
You ever watch Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good technical wrestler. That's Zack Sabre Jr., but throw in actually, who's really good? Dean Malenko, the master of 1,000 holds.
Yeah.
The dude from WCW.
God, I can't stand that guy's face. I can't stand that guy's body.
Who? Daniel Bryan?
Dean Malenko.
Oh, Dean Malenko. Yeah, but he was just an
all those guys, and Perry and Benoit. These got the weirdest bodies, man. What the hell's... Talk about somebody you don't want to see on TV.
Oh my God. Zack Sabre Jr. is like this big, tall, lanky dude.
A bunch of weirdo looking men. I don't know. I think if you're gonna be a prime time person, I'm a little bit in the Vince camp on that. You got to have a certain look, or at least you can't be offensive to the eye. And you know who was great? Like a great example, JBL.
Oh yeah,
JBL was not in the greatest of shape ever.
No, he wasn't.
But at least he wasn't offensive to look at. He was the average looking dude, big dude, did his job well. I personally liked him and his character a lot, but he just wasn't just hard to look at, like a Benoit face or a Perry Saturn body.
Yeah. No. Zack Sabre Jr. has never been part of the Hart Foundation. Christian looked ratty to Vince. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Vince doesn't know. He's so out of touch, man. Dude, this match between Evil and Zack Sabre Jr., this might be the best match of the night. What's up, dude? Tino's losing his mind, man.
Was he watching it as well?
I don't know. I think he is. Dude, Zack Sabre Jr. is one of those guys. Like, oh no, dude. Yeah, I'm watching it. Trust me, I'm not talking about it as much as I should be, but I'm watching it. Zack Sabre Jr. is one of those guys that, like, he should be one of the biggest wrestling stars in the world, but because he doesn't have that prototypical look, because I said he is really tall and lanky looking, he just doesn't have that look. But he's great on the mic. He's an amazing technical wrestler. Like I said, the dude is like, he's a submissions joint manipulating master.
Speaking of someone who's garbage on the mic and is still in the business and still working and still, when are they going to get rid of Big Show?
Dude, he's actually a really, really nice guy.
I don't care what he is.
He's got his own TV show.
Oh, don't even get me started on that TV show. Golly, what a waste of space that guy is.
Holy shit. Tino, I'm glad you didn't ruin that for me, dude. That was fan-freaking-tastic. Zack Sabre Jr. just beat Evil with one of the coolest damn... If every surprise roll-up looked like that, I would not have a problem with surprise roll-ups. I hate surprise roll-ups. I think it's one of the goofiest, most cheap moves of all time. But the way he did that and the way he manipulated his arms through and then used his legs to trap him like that. That's what Zack Sabre Jr. does. That's what Zack Sabre Jr. does.
I love that when Eddie did it to Brock. That was great.
Dude, that's a guy. Okay. Eddie Guerrero sold better than any human being I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
That was what, and every move that he threw looked like he was trying to kill you. And every move that he took, every time he took a punch or a chop or a kick or anything like that, it looked like you took his head off. He was a master of selling, and that's Zack Sabre Jr. That dude sells like nobody else in the business.
I guess I got to go check out the Zack Sabre Jr. guy.
Yeah, dude, his match against Kota Ibushi is one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Did you see my new little cartoon I put out?
I have to take a look, man. I haven't been on. All I've been doing is been auto throwing stuff up on social media. I haven't really been
I'm not
keeping
asking for your life story and just a yes or no.
No, I'm just saying, just explaining.
No, because I have a little animation thing going on where I have like the Cult of Raven comic book shop.
Okay.
And I got a picture in the back. It's all comics, but there's one picture in the back of Eddie Guerrero holding the title.
Dude, that's a guy. We were talking about him last night, man. I miss that guy so much.
Oh,
Tino, the way you advance in this tournament is every time you win a match, you get 2 points. The person who wins the most matches, obviously, and has the most points, they win the block. It's split into 2 blocks. It's block A and block B. Tonight was block B. Day 1 was block A, and it's going to go back and forth and back and forth. At the end, the winner of both blocks will have a match together to determine who wins the G1, and then the winner of the G1 automatically gets a shot at the world title. So, and then and they always do these things along storylines. So, and one of the big storylines is who is the leader of Bullet Club? Is it Evil or is it Jay White? And they put Jay White in block A and Evil is in block B. So I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to get an all Bullet Club finale. It's going to be Jay White versus Evil. But yeah, you can lose a match and still win the tournament as long as you win, the majority of your matches and you have the most points. So just because somebody lost doesn't mean that they're out of the tournament. It's this thing, and this thing's going on until I believe it's October 18th. So it's got a long, this thing's going to be going on for a while. So yeah, October 18th is the last day for the. And on October 18th is when the winner of Block A and Block B will meet. So, and you can see the schedule all the way up to the 17th. So you've still got. That's actually that's gonna be good. Sonata versus Evil, Naito versus Kenta. That's gonna be great. But yeah, that's how the G1 works. It's a bracket thing. It's not a bracket thing. It's a what do they call it? Shit, I can't. My brain doesn't want to work. I'm too tired.
it's like a Dragon Ball Z tournament.
No, dude, that's a bracket tournament. Yeah, like pure, Ring of Honor's pure tournament that's going on right now, which is also really good. That's your standard bracket tournament. This is more of a graph where it's whoever has it's a point total. It's whoever has the most points wins. What's your thoughts on Brian Cage? Do you see him as a world champion on high? Dude, Brian Cage is a dude. I think they did a great putting him with Taz was a great idea. Letting Taz be his mouthpiece and Brian just works in the ring. I think that's awesome. And Brian, he has a really good mind for the business. The dude's built like a goddamn tank. I'm amazed that's a dude that I'm amazed Vince didn't drop a check in front of. And but he went to AEW, so. But yeah, that was a great. I'm really pissed that I didn't get in here and do this thing in a timely manner. That was a really great. That was a really great show. That match, Zack Sabre versus Evil. I think that was the best match of the night. They stole the show with that, and that's saying something because that match between Tanahashi and Naito was really good. I might even go as far as to say that day 2 might have been better than day 1, and day 1 was awesome. I feel WWE extremely dropped the ball on Bobby Roode. Yeah, they did. And again, that's a dude that came from a different company that Vince wasn't. That just Vince doesn't like it when people get over and he's not responsible.
I got a feeling. I'm getting the impression that you're not a fan of Vince.
See, I don't like people getting that idea, because I actually Vince is a legend in the business, dude, and professional wrestling owes a lot to him for it. But he's also been one of the biggest in recent years. He's been one of the biggest hindrances because he just can't get out of the 90s, and he's a control freak. He does not want to let somebody else take control of the company, somebody else who has a better grasp of what wrestling is today. And the company is suffering for that. He's an amazing businessman. He's like one of the most cutthroat businessmen in the world. You know, the dude built this thing out of a territory. So, but he also there are times when he can be very petty, and and like I said, he wants WWE to be the star, and he wants people to think of him as the end all be all of it. It's kind of like, he's like Jerry Jones. He's like
I don't know who Jerry Jones is.
Jerry Jones is the owner and general manager for the Cowboys, for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Jerry Jones desperately wants to be thought of as a true football talent. He wants to be thought of in the same breath as guys like Vince Lombardi, you know, Lambeau. He wants to be thought of in the same name as those guys, but he's not those guys. Okay. And because of that, he makes decisions that hurt his franchise. The reason why Jimmy Johnson, who won, how many Super Bowls did he win for the Cowboys? I'm trying to remember. I think he won.
Jimmy Johnson's the guy they make fun of for his hair all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I'm not a big football viewer.
Yeah, if I'm see head coaching record, Super Bowl champion. Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls back to. He won 2 Super Bowls back to back. The reason why he fired Jimmy Johnson is because Jimmy Johnson got all the credit for the Cowboys winning, and he should, because Jimmy Johnson was the head coach. But he didn't like the fact that everyone was talking and said Jimmy Johnson's a genius. Jimmy does this, and he didn't get he wasn't getting the accolades, so he fired him. And that's the kind of thing. And that's the kind of thing that Vince does. Vince wants to be the everything is responsible. Vince wants to be responsible for everything, and he's an absolute control freak. And because of that, he doesn't listen to people when he's making mistakes. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of people that they like I said, we mentioned probably 20 people in this broadcast that should have been top people, would have put in that, and if they had pushed them to the moon, WWE would be more successful than they are right now. They wouldn't have to worry, and they wouldn't have to worry about competition. But because of Vince, you know, and in Vince's mind, as long as his company is making money, he's doing the right thing. And because of like I said, because of the way he conducts business, and the fact that he's not doesn't have a problem with throwing people to wolves in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah, they're absolutely they're terrified of him. They're absolutely terrified of him, because he'll fire you at the drop of a hat. And as long as his business is making money, he thinks he's doing the right thing. So, but and that's not a reflection of the talent that's over there in WWE. There's some amazing talent over there, dude. But there's a lot of guys that they just, when you have to keep bringing back the Undertaker to get that pop, to push the financial needle up at WrestleMania, you got to keep bringing back a dude who's well into his 50s. You're having a problem. You need to build new stars, but he just doesn't want to do it.
And do you think do you think that he thinks that the company needs competition in order to be successful?
No, Vince Vince wants the WWE. If Vince could do it, he would absorb every other company that exists, and it would all be WWE, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they put NXT on USA up against AEW. He wanted a show to go up against AEW because he saw what happened when AEW ran unopposed. They were approaching the same numbers as Raw, which is their flagship, which is WWE's flagship show. Raw right now is pulling like 1.6 million viewers, 1.6, 1.7 million viewers. AEW was pushing 1.1 several times. And this is the thing. AEW has only been in existence for a year. They've existed for 1 year exactly. And they're already close to being competitive with your flagship show. Now, SmackDown has better numbers because SmackDown is on a major network. SmackDown is on Fox now.
What is AEW on?
AEW is on TNT. They're on basic cable.
Okay.
But yeah, and that's why Vince took NXT off of AEW broke 1 million last week. But that's because they ran unopposed. When NXT opposes them, they're around the 800, 900,000 mark. So that's that. And Vince did that specifically so that they wouldn't, that he would hurt them. But it hurts NXT when he does that. NXT is normally about 200,000-300,000 less than AEW. They're just not on the same level as AEW. And NXT, I still think NXT is the best wrestling show that WWE has put out consistently because it's not run by Vince. But yeah, I don't want people. I don't like that people think I hate on WWE just because I hate WWE, because I don't. I want all of them to succeed. I really do. But they're not going to as long as Vince is in charge. Yeah, AEW has been the best brand and for like 4 years now, and Vince hates. And that's the thing. I think part of the reason why Vince took it off of the WWE network and put it on USA Network, because he doesn't like the fact that a show that he has the least control in, because that show is basically Triple H's, although Vince has been sticking his nose into it lately, and you can tell because the show hasn't been as good. A show that he's not truly involved in is the best show that WWE is doing right now. And he hates that fact. So, but that's the way it's going to be until Vince, and I hate to say this, until Vince dies. That's the way it's going to be. He's like they asked Triple H and Stephanie, "Do you think Vince will ever retire?" I'm like, no, he'll do this till he dies.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
I also believe that.
What's that?
I believe that.
Yeah, he's too much of a control freak. And like I said, but professional wrestling owes him a huge debt because he made it what it is. But AEW is a better show consistently. NXT is a better show consistently. New Japan is a better show consistently. And but as long as he's making that money, he doesn't really care. And they are making ridiculous amounts of money. If it's to be believed, just from the Saudi Arabia deal, they're making like $750 million. Yeah, dude, the Saudi prince is super, super high on WWE. And that's one of the reasons why they bring back a lot of those old wrestlers for matches in the Saudi Arabia, because that's what the prince wants. He wants Goldberg versus The Undertaker, even though both of these guys are in their 50s. Dude, their match, Goldberg almost killed The Undertaker, like legit killed him by botching a match so bad he dropped him on his head.
I believe it,
dude. Goldberg. It was so bad. I legit thought he was
Goldberg,
dead.
Dude, I don't know.
Everybody hates Goldberg now, dude. When I was a kid, I loved him though. When I was younger, I thought he was the best. I was like, this dude's so awesome. But yeah, dude, like their match against Saudi Arabia, like everybody legit thought that he killed him. Tina said, what I think is because people were saying Triple H can run the company better than him, that he put him on USA knowing AEW kick his. Yeah, dude, that's part of it too. Like Vince is very petty when it comes to people they know people's opinion of him, and the fact that everyone was saying that Triple H should take over because he has a better grasp on the business today. Vince didn't like that, and that's why he stuck his nose into NXT. But let me put it this way, dude. There are people in NXT that have legit said that if Vince tries to tell them to go to the main roster, he's like, "Oh, I want this guy on the main roster." They're like, "No, we're not going. You'll ruin. Our careers will be ruined. They'd rather stay in NXT and make less money." Yeah, dude. There's no reason Goldberg should be your world champion in 2020, dude. They legit put the belt on Goldberg in January.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa said he'll retire before he goes to the main roster. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It was
hold on. I want your opinion on how this drawing came.
Okay, all right. Well, let me see it.
Let me get back to it here.
Okay.
Yep. Share screen. I decided to go with not really shading the face very heavily.
So when it comes to women, that's usually the best way to go. Every line you put on them, they say it ages them 5 years.
Yeah. So, do this.
Have you caught any of the Dave Finch's live streams, man?
No, I haven't.
Dude, some good stuff, bro.
Okay, so this is how it came out.
Yeah, she's got that pattern on her eyes, right? That like a paint pattern.
Oh, let me get rid of this pencil.
Who won? Zack Sabre Jr. Ignacio. I'm really happy with that. I love that guy. Zack Sabre Jr. Won with a like the coolest looking surprise roll up I've ever seen. I like it. Yeah. I think just getting that little bit underneath the nose, like where the livrette's at, and then under the lip there, and then a little bit on the cheeks like that. I think that accents because the cheek accents kind of blend in with the hair too.
Yeah.
And then just putting that shading around the eyes. Yeah, put the shadow under the neck, like a heavy shadow under the neck there. I think that works good. Are you going live on the other channel? Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Talking Balls Network. Yep. No, it's okay, Ignacio. I got no problem recapping it, bro. No, Zack Sabre Jr. did what he does best, man. He threw a crazy submission or a crazy joint manipulation hold on him at the last second, and he got him in. Like I said, it was the coolest looking surprise roll up I've ever seen. Yeah, I'll be here Wednesday, Tino. Definitely, 100%. And I'll be on time this time. I felt so bad when I saw that.
You're going to be covering this entire series?
I'm going to do as much as I can. Once work starts, because I'm injured right now. I have a broken toe, so I'm off work. But once, hopefully Tuesday, I get some good news, and I can start I'll go back to work next week. And when that happens, hopefully, I don't know if I can do all of them, but I'm gonna do as many as I can. I was actually working on something. I draw too, and I was actually working on something, and I got a text alert, and I was like, wait, what? Oh crap! So, I don't listen to who Ignacio. Zack Sabre Jr. beat Evil with like I said, with one of the best surprise roll-ups I ever saw. Let me see. I'll type it in here. Sabre Jr. won, beat Evil. Yep. Yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. beat him. That was a great match, man. That like I said, that might have been the best match of the night. Dude, tell me that wasn't the coolest looking surprise roll you ever saw. The way he got over him, he pulled his arms through under his legs and held his arms and then pinned his legs with his own legs and arched up and then held him down like that. It was cool, dude. That's what Zack Sabre Jr. does, though, man. He does these freaky, just like joint manipulations and submission holds out of nowhere. But, dude, are you doing that for like? Is that like a cover or like a card or something that you're doing for him?
No, he was like, oh, we were just talking, and he was like, it'd be interesting to see what it would look like. And then I kind of started going into my mind. Let me see what a night we would look like in my style. So. Yeah,
but dude, definitely come over to Jimmy's next Saturday, dude. And Jimmy Reyes. It's Page One Comics. I'll drop the link to you in Twitter. But every Saturday for like anybody that's got a project or they got art to show or they have a an Indiegogo or crowdfunding or something.
What is his YouTube so I can just go subscribe real quick?
I think he's like 8,000 now.
No. What is his name?
Oh, Jimmy Reyes.
Jimmy, that's the name of his show. Okay.
No, the show's called it's called Page One Comics. Here, I'll drop the link for you. Here you go. Hang on.
That's a YouTube link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I put it in the private chat. There you go.
So I can know.
I'm about to go watch an NXT takeover. Reminisce of the good NXT. Dude, NXT is even with like modern, like recently, NXT still's been good. Their last show was fantastic. It's just when you can tell when Vince sticks his nose into it.
Oh, it's called Page One Comics. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and every Saturday we do an open mic. And like today, damn, that thing ran for 5 hours. Damn. Holy shit. But yeah, like we've had Dave on there, Robert Marzullo. We've got Marat Michaels is going to be on in a couple of weeks. Which we got there's a couple of big names that come over there, but they like to do critiques. Sometimes we'll do critiques and stuff, but most of the time it's just helping people get their work out there, their crowdfunding. Get as many eyes on their projects as possible.
Right. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun too. So yeah, check it out next time, man. Bring the buckler over there.
Put the buckler over there.
Bring the buckler. But and then like I said, man, if like you get another crowdfunder thing going, if you guys want to come over there and promote that, we could do like we could do like just like a show just you by yourself.
Cool.
Vince,
definitely be up for that.
Yeah, dude, that's what the whole channel's about, man. And yeah, like there've been just from the collaboration that we've been doing over there, doing those open mics and stuff like those open mic streams for people and everything. We've got a bunch of people to their crowdfunding goals. We've had a bunch of people like collaborate with each other and put new projects together. That's like Jimmy. There's 2 comics that are being done from collaborations of people that just got together over there. Yeah, dude, it's friggin' and it's fun too. So that's the most important part for me anyway.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, I'm going to end this thing real quick. Thanks for everybody being here. I do apologize again because of my stupidity and not getting the timing right. Ignacio, appreciate you guys coming. Tino, dude, definitely see you Wednesday, and definitely check us out on Thursday over on the Talking Evolved Network for the Wrestling Council. I think you'll like it, dude. It's a lot of fun. And I believe this weekend, is it this Sunday? Yeah, this Sunday, we're doing live reactions to WWE. What is the next pay-per-view? It is Clash of Champions. So we're doing live reactions to Clash of Champions. It's going to be, don't expect us to be talking about the matches very much because we're all going to be drinking and acting stupid. So it usually devolves into us talking about just whatever the chat wants to talk about, and then we'll be bringing people in from the chat to hang with us too.
It devolves into talking about if you were here right now, I'd fucking bust a stunner on you.
I'm trying to remember some of the crazy shit that we talked about.
Like, you think the fame ass there don't hurt? Get over here right now.
There's like, dude, how many grapes can you stick in your ass? I don't know. It's what happens when drunk people get together and act stupid.
It's like, I know how many grapes I can stick in his ass.
Let's find out. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Take care.